I really see People Insight as being more than a partner to us. They're an extension of our team, helping us along all parts of the process, including on our annual surveys.
Hi, I'm Niamh. I'm the Head of People Experience at Camelot.
Hi, I'm Kat, Senior Internal Comms Manager at Camelot. We're operators of the National Lottery. We run some of the biggest brands in the country and we have 1,000 employees that work for us.
So through operating the National Lottery, we change lives, and we do that in two ways. Our players can win life-changing amounts of money, and we also, through our players, generate 30 million for good causes each week.
Our mission is to change lives, and I think that's a pretty special thing to be a part of. And I feel like everybody feels very connected with our purpose. Being part of something that generates an average of £30 million to good causes each week is amazing, and it's an amazing thing to contribute to. What do you think makes Camelot so special?
I think everybody here would agree that the thing that is most special about Camelot is our people. People get very excited about working for a company with such a good purpose, and in the internal comms team and in the people team, we're really proud to be able to bring that purpose to life. So how do you think we have created such an inclusive culture? We've recently done a survey and had some really strong results in our D&I questions. It'd be really good if you could tell us a bit more about how we did that.
Yeah, I think it's not something that can happen overnight or be overly engineered. And we really started working on this 5 years ago, where we created open environments for people to be able to share their stories, share their beliefs, and a safe space for them to be able to do that. And I think also by slowly building up our community network within Camelot, we've got a Pride network, mental health first aiders, women's network, parents network, environmental network, cultural community, and now an ability network. And I think that's a safe space for people to be able to come in and share things that they're passionate about, share ideas, make a difference around the company. How do you think that People Insight have supported us on our listening journey?
They've been really on this journey with us actually since 2014, and I know when I came into role I was really passionate that we stayed with the same provider, because I think the historical information is really important for us. They've been a really agile partner and really helpful, and I think pretty much every time we do a survey we go back with, have we got the right set of questions? How could we ask this question in a different way?
I really see People Insight as being more than a partner to us. They're an extension of our team, helping us along all parts of the process, including on our annual surveys. We get a consultant to come in and really speak to the exec about what is underneath the numbers and give us some really deep dive analysis and offer some great suggestions on where we need to improve things and how that we can do that.
Yeah, those sessions have been super useful. And sometimes when you're running on quite high numbers, which we do, it's like, how can you make that difference? Where can you lift the lid? And they're very insightful in helping us with that strategy. So what do you think is the most important thing about a survey communication plan?
By not running a survey in the right way, I think that people can get survey fatigue. So it's really important that when you're asking people to have their say, you're analysing the results, listening to people, cascading in the right way, and really action planning across the whole company, opening the loop but then also closing it.
I think that's really important, and also being agile with your messaging. So as soon as we've done the survey, we'll do a quick heads up to everybody as to what's come out of the main topics.
I think people need to trust that if they fill out the survey, action's going to happen for it. We always get really high scores in that way. And we've created a culture where people really love to have their say, because they trust that by what they're saying, can make a difference and that action will happen.
Yeah, I've noticed in the last few years, quite a few years of doing the surveys, that the verbatim comments are getting richer and richer.
Yeah.
And that's where the real gems of insight are.
So I think that the amazing thing to see is the difference in results from when Nigel, our CEO, joined us 5 years ago to where we're at now, because it has been such a journey and we've consecutively improved scores across all areas up to now where our score is 91%.
And engagement's become such a part of our everyday language. Like all of our managers are held to account on their engagement scores. That's a really important part of being a people manager at Camelot.
And I think what really makes the difference is the individual issues are tackled or challenges are tackled within the teams, and that's supported by our people business partners. And all of the results of the survey are considered when we're building our people plan, our wider people plan, which really supports our strategy.
So well-being is something that became very important in the last few years that we could see in the survey we needed to do something with. So we now have a well-being strategy and a pretty strong rhythm to support well-being.
Yeah, and I love seeing in the numbers, you know, we know the difference that we're making in our plans, and then when you look at the numbers in the survey, you see them going up. It's really nice to see actually the difference that we're making to how people feel.
Yeah, and we might be making it sound easy that you can move these numbers. It takes a huge effort, and you can't take your foot off the gas on any of the mechanics. One of the ones that we've struggled with probably a bit more than others is learning and development. So that was in the 50s, it's now in the 70s, but we literally with bated breath every time we get the results. But we are tasked in the learning and development team to move, you know, that is our target, is to move the metrics up, and we can see it going up, and we can see that what we're doing is making the difference. So that's really important part of any planning as well around surveys.